When the FTX crypto deal broke down in November 2022, Solana coin lost more than a third of its value. But it has recently made a comeback, going from $8.39 on December 29 to $26.93 on February 20, 2023, which is a pretty big jump. The problems with Symbolic began when it lost almost a third of its value in less than a day when the market overreacted to Binance's plan to take over the FTX trades. This happened around the time Solana's phone was sent. Then, when Binance backed out of the deal, it lost even more value, dropping from $38 to less than $13. Because of its links to FTX on November 14, 2022, some of Solana's fears came true, but only in a small way. Solana said that the FTX deal had cost him $1 million in resources, but this was less than 1% of his resources. Solana also had 134.5 million Serum tokens, 3.43 million FTT tokens, and 3.24 million FTX offers on the market on November 6, 2022, which was the day that FTX payments stopped. Solana became a Cardano sidechain in the end. The study site told Philama that on April 12, 2023, there was $295.38 million in the Solana biological system, up from $266.85 million on February 3, but not quite $301 million on December 1, and down from about $10 billion in November 2021 and $1 billion on November 6, 2022. On December 7, Raj Gokul, a backer of Solana's Prime, said that the breakup of FTX could be good for the crypto business in the long run. He said to Fortune, "We've heard a lot of bad things about FTX's role in the ecosystem and that convergence of ownership stake, so it seems like ripping the bandage off of Cardano." Pioneer on December 9, Charles Hoskinson said that Solana could be added as a sidechain to the tweets from his organization. At Solana Express, the words "turn into a sidechain" were written. On December 15, the Maple crypto loaning site said that it would stop giving out credits on Solana. It said that the change was because the Ethereum blockchain was switching to a proof-of-stake deal. A banker asked for help. Sol's bad luck might have gotten worse because of Sam Bankman's help. As of August 2022, the previous head of FTX, who is now in trouble, has been burned. Before that, a banker named Seard said that Solana was the coin that was the most undervalued. A story from CoinDesk said that starting on April 17, 2023, FTX had put more than $1 billion into Sol. But a hole-in-the-ground search showed that Solana only had a little less than $45 million. Sol locked and marked 71.9% of all the locked marks that Solana and 9.9% of all the personal marks that Mark saw on a compass. A report from the Daily Hodl, however, said that those coins could be in the hands of vendors. Not only had Bankman Broiled put money into Solana-based projects, but his trade had also started a market for Solana-based NFTs, which could worry Sol and its financial backers for certain questions of Solana made sense, unlike many other well-known blockchains that use proof-of-work or proof-of-stake to work. Agreement System Solana was one of the first people to come up with a way to calculate proof of history. So, the blockchain can work quickly while staying safe and independent. Anatoly Yakovenko, an engineer who used to work for Qualcomm and now works for Dropbox, and Greg Fitzgerald, who worked with him, made it in 2017. Solana's main goal was to make a new permissionless blockchain-based open-source project. Because of how it is made, the Solana blockchain can handle 2,000 transactions per second. This makes it a rival to Ethereum. The second most valuable digital cash on the market. Ethereum has become the forerunner of decentralized finance because it is linked to savvy contracts, which made it possible to build decentralized apps. But because Ethereum was so popular, its blockchain was expensive and took a long time to use. This made other options like Solana more popular. One thing to worry about is that the Solana blockchain tends to go down in 2022. In a 2-month period, Solana had 9 blackouts, and 7 of them were major. In May of 2017, Solana had to admit that longer than normal block times had caused the blockchain to fall about 30 minutes behind wall clocks. This didn't change how the blockchain worked, but it could change how yearly awards are given. Solana gives gifts to bettors on every age, which adds up to 432,000 blocks, because Solana has planned a 400 millisecond block season. There should be 182 ages in a year, but if the block times were longer, that number would go down, which would mean less money. Solana meet expectations. Before we look at some of the main cost goals that were made starting on April 17, 2023. Remember that price estimates are often wrong, especially when it comes to something as random as digital currency. Also, some long-term crypto price estimates are made using a formula that can change when had a bad day. A guess of how much Solana will cost in 2023. The site said that the price of the coin could drop to 23.79 on April 22 and then to 12.39 on May 14. The site's specialized study on Solana was maybe surprisingly fair, with 20 indicators showing bullish signs and only 8 showing negative ones. It was more sure of its Solana crypto price forecast because it was based on numbers that had been checked. In 2023, the Crypto Information Service thought that a Solana coin would be worth about $52.76. Solana thought that by 2030, the price of the coin could go up to $246.50. The hope from the Solana coin price was also positive. The prediction said that the price of the coin could be $41.95 by the end of 2023. The site Solana's price prediction for 2025 said that the price could rise to 54.64 cents by the end of that year and keep going up to a possible $68.08 by the end of the decade. One price estimate, on the other hand, said that the cryptocurrency would have a hard year and that the price of one coin could fall to 1.92 cents by the middle of April 2020. Keep in mind that digital currency markets are still very unstable when looking for Sol coin price forecasts. Because of this, it's hard to say for sure what a coin's price will be in a few hours, and it's even harder to say what it will be in a few years. In forecasters that use calculations, goal cost examiners can and do make wrong estimates. If you want to invest in digital currency tokens, you should always do your own study and look at the latest market trends news before making any trading decisions. Remember that past performance is no proof of future performance, and don't risk money you can't afford to lose. It's hard to say how much will depend on how quickly it can get back on its feet after recent losses, how it responds to FTX's liquidation in the long haul, and how the market acts from here on out, as well as how popular its adventure cell phone is. Before making a guess, you should always do your own careful study. Even digital currencies with a big market cap can go through bear markets, so buyers should be ready to lose money and never buy more than they can afford to lose in the volatile digital money market.